Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having another wonderful morning. Bright, beautiful day out today, hopefully. And today I'm going to be talking about another track I just love to death. And today's track is by none other than the rapper known as Logic, who, he doesn't want to die. He just wants to be alive. He doesn't want to die today. And before he was, this suicide hotline everybody guy, Logic had a lot of albums and projects before that, and he was still like this big culture figure. And when I really gravitated towards him, like I remember like mixtape Logic. I remember my brother pulling out Logic like back in like, oh god, like I want to say 2011. Like those times. And as good as he was back then, I never was like, okay, yeah, this is like my guy. I can listen to this guy. Like, oh, sweet. The album that changed my mind on that was Under Pressure, which was his first studio album. And he, rather than kind of like going with his, original sound, like all of his albums sound different. Like Everybody is his third album and his like first like studio big time radio album. But Under Pressure, like it's like kind of like they're all like in their own league and have their own different sounds. It's same with Bobby Tarantino, the like his most commercial mixtape, which I've done a smoke sesh review of if anyone is interested. But with Under Pressure, like he has these very like synthetic sounds. He has this like this automated woman talking at the end of every song. There's a lot of interesting choices with this one. Just the cover art like might tell you something. The idea of him being under pressure. And with Buried Alive, he kind of just opens up in this really cool way. Which Buried Alive is produced by Done Deal and Logic. Logic has a producing credit. That's cool. And Done Deal, like I looked at his other projects, and he doesn't seem like this kind of producer. He's producing like stuff for like a lot of like trap rappy guys, a lot of like Migos, Young Thug kind of guys. But this is a very cool instrumental. Like the beats on this, like the extra voices, which are in kind of all of Logic's songs on this album, but like these extra like hey ya da, like da da da, all of those are like really interesting. And Logic's voice for a lot of like the hook is like paired with this like synthetic like higher pitch version of his voice. The opening is like this kind of like spacious like atmospheric opening where it's like, tell me how you feel. I feel like the grass is green and everything I do is unseen, but I know that's just in my mind. I know everything is just in my mind. And then like he gets into the verse and it's like, do you really want to be famous? Do you really want to be a superstar? Do you really want to get dangerous? Do you even know where the groupies are? Bitches out here be shameless. And I really wonder where their parents are. Look around, everything changes. It feels like I've been buried alive. Nah, nah. And then it's like those extra voices I was talking about. But going into this first verse, I can relate to some of these lines. Like just like, like it feels like the grass is green, but like I'm just bummed out. No one can see all this work I'm doing. But I know that's just in my mind. Can relate to that. And it's like, just the lines about, do you really want to be famous? Do you really want to be a superstar? Do you really want to get dangerous? Do you know where these groupies are? Bitches out here be shameless. Like, no, groupies and just like women in hip hop in general is like this very selfish, this very one-minded way of thinking where it's just like this very, what is the word? I'm forgetting the word. What is it? Material. Looking at women in this material light. And, that's fine for whatever kind of art you're trying to make. But, like, at the same time, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, okay, this isn't, like, a good thing. Like, it's not a good thing that there's, like, all these, like like nothing. Like I'm not trying to discredit women in any way. Like do whatever you want with your body. Like your choice. You can do anything. And this goes for guys too, if anything. But it's like it's not a good thing that people are just kind of like willing to throw themselves at people they don't know. Like, oh, you're famous. I might as well just give whatever. I'll just do whatever you want. Like, fuck it. Like, it's like you don't even know me. Like, you don't even know that person. Like, oh, well, you make fucking music with a bunch of other people technically, but you know you're at the helm of it. So just fucking, you're famous. Like, it's kind of like it's a fucked up thing. And it's like, do you really want to be famous? Everyone wants to be famous. Like, if it was easy as flicking a switch, like down, don't be famous, up, be famous, 9 out of 10 people would flick that switch up. And you know, it's not necessarily a good thing that everyone like, and it all revolves around that everyone just wants love, everyone wants to be appreciated, everyone wants their life to be as interesting as possible. Everyone just wants, and there's not enough to go around. And it's kind of just like, at the end of the day, like being famous, like, is it really like this magical special thing? Is your day-to-day process just gonna like be infinitely better now that like some people listen to your music? Like, is that what's gonna make you happy? Some real shit on those lyrics. Then we get into the next verse, which is, oh, this one's long. So everything happens for a reason. People only end your life for seasons. Word to on Viv, real shit. Deaths and taxes, it's all we given. You can make a life but can't make a living. You can't make it work but that still ain't driven. Give a lot but that still ain't given. Living life still ain't real though. Every night like this I feel so dead. I had to burp, sorry about that. Every night like this I feel so dead wrong. Collision is head on. My vision is dead and gone. Perception of right and wrong. I've been here so very long. Right here in this very song. Look around like everything changes. Seems like everybody just strangers. Don't go outside cause it's dangerous. Why everybody wanna be famous? I'm so OCD, if they notice me I might just jump out the grave so they know it's me. Man, everybody want this shit for free. Hand out, palm up when they get to me. In my mind, no, I never let it get to me. Everybody got a time. Will it get to me? V's up, motherfucker, that's victory. Tell me why that's what I'm doing ain't shit to me. Damn. I butchered that fucking verse. I don't know the lyrics of the song that well. But, you know, he's going into a lot of what I was just talking about with, like, the famous thing. Like, everyone just hand out, palm up when they get to me. Like, very strong lyrics there. And then, you know, we get the pre-hook, which is buried alive, will I survive? I gotta know, it feels like I've been buried alive, nah. Very, like, this song is sexy. It's just like this sexy hook. And like some of the music videos in my brain that I make for this song, it's like taking place underneath the earth. It feels like a claustrophobic, like, syntheticness to this song. Like, it's very to the point. And like just the cover art, that feels like perfect. Like a man beneath the surface. But like, it feels like he's died and just is watching over the world and kind of just like, man, like, fuck all of you. Like, that's very the kind of vibe I get from this song. It's like he's down here like dead, like this fame has killed him, and then he's just looking at all the other people at his funeral just who want to be famous with their palms up. Very, very good stuff. We repeat the hook, and then the last verse says, I'm feeling this feeling inside of me. Every time that I'm willing, I feel like I'm killing my dreams. When that voice goes, nah, listen up now, love it or hate it, never debate it, you can never degrade it. Well, all these other motherfuckers probably thinking I made it, my mind jaded, oh, I never evaded, I elevated just to keep innovative. Goddamn, bring it back now, blowing up like Iraq now. Rap Pack, put me on the map now. No, we never back down, just take my time, I just take my time. I know I'ma get it like this so everyone know that I did it like this. Yeah, I know I'ma take my time, battle the image inside of my mind. I know I'ma keep going. Tell me I can't, but I'm already knowing. I know I'm gonna rise even though I've been buried alive. And then it's like the outro. And then like at the very end of the song, we get this woman, and I like the idea. Like, it's kind of like the Kung Fu Kenny DJ guy. Like, it's like he's connecting the songs. But the Kung Fu Kenny DJ guy is 100 times better. He, like, and on To Pimp a Butterfly, like, he also, like, that poem he says at the end of every song and, like, throughout the songs. But that is so much better ways of connecting your songs than having, like, some woman, like, give you, like, interesting facts about the album. This one is, Outkast, A Tribe Called Quest, The Red Hot Chili Peppers, and films by Quentin Tarantino were in rotation constantly throughout the duration of this album's creation. Like, that doesn't fucking matter. This song doesn't sound like any of those artists. Like, it's just like, oh, here's, 3 people that, or 3 groups that, Logic likes and listen to. Well, he made a completely different sound. And, he likes Quentin Tarantino movies. That's cool. It's like, watching Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction really allowed me to go deep on this album that has nothing to do with any of that. It's like useless information. And that's how, like, if this was a single, then it's like, okay, that's like a useless, like, portion of the single. And that's not to mention, like, this song is like almost, 6 minutes long? 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And the last, like a minute, like a minute and a half, like, it's just like filler outro stuff. Like, most of that could have been scrapped. And I can't think of good ways for you to connect, like, your songs for an album. I do think that's what most people should do. But it's like, if you listen to the songs on Damn by Kendrick, like, it's like, okay, even as a single, this DJ guy is fucking interesting. Or even as a single, this poem at the end of To Pimp a Butterfly is fucking impactful for whatever song it's being used for. And it fits the theme of every single song. And not to mention, each line in that poem kind of reflects a different, like, track on the album. Those are fucking great ideas. This is kind of just like, oh, okay, cool. You like Quentin Tarantino movies a lot. That's cool. Like, what do I do with that knowledge? So yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. But the imagery is powerful. The synthetic voice I really dig. The instrumentation, it's fast, upbeat. And that's paired with all these, like, background, like, noises and this, like, almost kind of static feel to it. It's a very interesting way to make a song. And, a lot of the songs on this album are, like, long and very similar to this. And I love this album. Like, it's a great album. Like, all the stylistic choices are the same for every song. And, like, I really like that. And this track in particular is probably my favorite out of them. And yeah, it's an amazing track. And yeah, thank you. I'm gonna end this video, by the way, because we're getting up there in the time. Thank you so much for listening. As always, guys, I'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Good Morning Soul. And let me know what you thought of Logic's Buried Alive. And until next time, with that, I leave you.